Hey there, John Morris here, johnmorrisonline.com. Welcome back to another episode of the John Morris Show. So today's video is probably going to be a little weird, but you can blame 50 Cent because I was sitting down thinking about what I wanted to write or talk about today, and I found myself in the middle of a 3-hour YouTube binge, which I know you know what that's like, how weird things can get after about an hour of YouTube autoplay. Anyway, what I was watching was this 50 Cent interview, and he was talking about when he got shot.
When you get hurt as bad as I get hurt, when I got hit, either your fear consumes you or you become insensitive. It hardened me a little bit. It made me accept the fact that I'm not in control. So we could die any day now.
Now, it's not the same, I get that, but I remember I've seen this interview before, and every time I see it, it's kind of like, it's like this thunderbolt back to the car accident I was in when I was 8, because in that car accident, I nearly died twice. We were crossing a highway in a car. It was really foggy. We couldn't see, and we crossed this highway in front of a car that we didn't see, and the car hit us in the side. I was on the passenger side, sitting right next to the door. This car was going 65 miles an hour and hit us on the side that I was sitting on. I would say 95% of the time that situation, whoever's sitting there is probably dead. But it so happened that the car hit the door frame. It hit just, I think that impact hit just behind the actual, instead of crumpling in through the door, it hit the frame just behind where I was sitting. We got popped up into the air and spun, and we hit a lightning pole again on my side. And again, had that hit directly on the door, it would have caved in that side, and I probably would have died that impact. But so happened it hit the frame on the opposite side, just in front of the door, and somehow I survived. So I should have died twice that day, and I can tell you that does something to you when you're, the story I was told was 2 inches either way on either impact, and I would have been dead instantly. It changes the way you look at things, and it gives you a sort of perspective. It gave me, from the time I was 8 years old, this real sense of, I guess, urgency that I've never quite been able to shake, even to this day. I'm just very aware of how fragile this whole thing is. It just has affected me in a way that is really hard to explain. And I'm constantly aware that this could all be over in an instant. So, why waste a single second? I guess that's why my emails tend towards this kind of thing, towards stressing how quickly it all goes by, why I talk about someday syndrome, why I stress, even to a fault. Like, I have people who, I had a guy the other day who talked about, who got after me because I'm encouraging people, thinks I'm encouraging mediocre people to just go for. This is why I do this. This is why. Again, it's probably to a fault, but why I stress that you should just go for what you want sooner rather than later. Because it's true. This all could be over in an instant. I still can't believe that I'm 36 years old. Like, in my head, I still feel like I'm that 12-year-old kid. And I would guess, my parents or anybody, my parents are in their 70s, anybody who's older like that, they probably feel the same way. Like, it all just went so fast. And it's going to continue to go that way. So it just makes no sense to me to sit around waiting for something to happen. There's nothing that's going to happen to you. It's only going to happen for you if you go out there and make it happen. Now, I know that that's some cliche stuff, but it's still true. And how many people don't actually do it? How many, even though they know that, they'll hear that and say, oh, I know that. How many still sit around waiting despite that? Well, already knowing doesn't mean jack. To use a famous line from a movie, it's what you do that defines you. That's what matters. So you could have heard this 1,000 times before, but what are you actually doing about it? That's the question. Anyway, I could go on forever about this stuff. Like I said, I was watching this video. It kind of got me off on this topic, and I'm going to give you some options for what to do in a second, like I always do. But whatever you do, do something. Don't sit around just waiting or making lame excuses. The worst person you can lie to about all this is yourself. I mean, you can fool me, you can fool everybody else, but you can't fool yourself. So this has nothing to do with me. I'm just talking about it today. You can write all the comments you want about, about this video and cliche this or whatever that. It has nothing to do with me. It's your life that matters. So what are you gonna do about it? That's the question. And you can't lie to yourself. Again, you can lie to me, you can lie to everybody else. You can't lie to yourself. You know the truth. You can't escape that. Anyway, like I said, I was going to give you some options. So if you want to learn PHP, then you can go to johnmorrisonline.com/deal. Decided to keep my special that I was running active for listeners only. So this is a link for only you that have listened this far. I'm not going to post it publicly in the description or anywhere else. There's only place you can get it is you hearing this right now. So again, johnmorrisonline.com/deal. That'll give you a discount on my PHP course. Please keep that to yourself. And, if you're in the market to learn PHP, take advantage. Take advantage of it. However, if PHP isn't your thing, you've already got that down, then you can use this other link for up to 90% off Udemy's courses. So that link is johnmorrisonline.com/October. And really basically anything you need to learn to make this happen, there's probably a good course on Udemy for it. So again, take advantage of that discount. But again, whatever it is, whatever you decide to do, whether it's those options or something else, do something. And do something meaningful, something scary or risky. And don't make the mistake of just sitting around waiting for something good to happen to you, because it's not going to happen. Anyway, take that for what it's worth. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll talk to you next time.